All right, guys. So part two of danger. I think there's actually more to talk here about here. Hey, let's try and boil it down a little bit. Now, as a man, when you get married, and this is what we're talking about. You guys know the statistic: 97% of people in America get married, right? So if you're alive, man, you're getting married pretty much. So when you get married, most of the time you have kids. The moment you have a child, you automatically become a leader, no matter what you planned. Okay, between a man and a woman, you may or may not really be the leader. You know, and hopefully you can lead the woman sometimes, I suppose. But that's totally up to the relationship. I would hope I would get some leadership input. But when you have a child, you definitely are, and there's no conversation to be had. You are, okay. And so part of being dangerous, okay, would in fact being physically fit so that you are capable of protecting yourself and your wife and your child to the best of your ability. And you will not be able to do that if you're obese or morbidly obese, especially. Even if you have weapons or you think you can with weapons, it just really doesn't matter, okay? I promise. And so, as the leader of your son, you have a responsibility, okay, to actually set an example of your appearance, which, by the way, is related to the spirit. Sure, your spirit is more important than your body, but there's a reflection that occurs there. There's a correlation. There's a relationship between your spirit and body, in my opinion. And so you need, in fact, once you have a child, not only to prepare for your old age where you can't exercise as much, but you need to immediately take it upon yourself not to be obese, not to be morbidly obese, so that you can set the proper example for your son to follow for the rest of his life. Otherwise, you're going to send him a message that, yeah, it's totally okay to live your life like me. Look at me, your leader, okay? Look at me, your leader, who is perfectly fine with being super obese all the time. And you know what? It's okay for you to be like that too. It's really not, okay? In a marriage, you should be the best version of a man you can be. And so therefore you should be setting the perfect example for your son while at the same time maximizing your ability for the critical scenario where you need to take quick action and use your own body, perhaps even in the dark, to protect what matters to you and the future of those lives involved. So, we're going to touch on mercy and compassion a little bit more, but I think there's really a lot to explore with this whole concept of danger being important to be a proper definition of a man, to be a proper man.